Boom, we're live. And no, Moser boy, you cannot pass gas here. Do that at your own house. Oh, probably are at your own house. Anyways, whatever. Get this thing set up, folks. Good boy. All right. Well, I don't have my chat. No, I don't want the chat there. I want the chat on the side, folks. I want the chat on the side. Where's my chat? We'll start without me on the chat there. Chatty folks. Let's see. Grant McIntosh in the house. So that Moser boy was first, and that is a record for him because he's never first in the live stream. So he was. Mr. Stanley Orchard in the house. Good evening, Stanley. We got, what, 3 or 4 folks up in here already? We doing all right? Doing all right. Yeah, a little bit of a somber day for me today. Had about a couple hours ago, I dropped the wife off at the airport, so she'll be gone for about a week and a half on me. Going to hang out, trying to get this thing sized right. Going to hang out with my sister while she gets surgery. So, yeah, I'll be a bachelor for about a week and a half. But I'll manage, but I'm going to miss her. And I'll be worried about my sister. That's not cool stuff she's going through. That is not the topics of the discussion for today. And it's early. We haven't even started officially yet. We got another minute or so. Let's wait until it gets official. Official. I don't know why I'm in top chat. Every time it does that. I appreciate that, Stanley. That would be appreciated, sure. She's had the surgery once about 10 years ago, and back in again. We're hoping it's the same type of tumor, so if it is, that's a good thing. So what are y'all up to? How was your Monday? Who had to work today? I was off today because it's a holiday for us. But still, was busy. We had a grandbaby this weekend, so of course no fishing related stuff happened. Stanley, you are a patron, so I'll let you know if you haven't got a notification. The sneak peek for tomorrow's video is up. So we did smoked some fish. You'll be able to check that out. One of those days, huh, Stanley? Yeah. I could imagine. There we go. That's better. That's more better. Stanley said, hell yeah. Yep. Smoke some Gasper goo. Don't tell him what it is, Stanley. I smoked some Gasper goo. Any of you Northerners or Midwesterners know what a Gasper goo is? Grant, they have a fish called a Gasper goo there. What about you, Moser boy? You haven't said nothing since your first comment about passing gas. I'm starting to wonder if you're even in here still. Grant says, never heard of it. You know what it is, probably. But yeah, that's just a term down here for it. That Moser boy, is he in here still or not? He was originally a Michigander, I believe. So up there, they call him Sheep's Head. So there's another clue. Grant, that Moser boy, either one of you got figured out yet? You heard of a sheep's head in fresh water? Mo cheating. Yeah, he jumped in, said all that little gabbledygook before we even started, and ain't been back in. So he wasn't technically first, I don't think, during the live. All right, Grant. So It's a freshwater drum. I'm sure you probably got them there too. There's Hall and Ash. So Hall and Ash, folks up around his neck of the woods call them sheep's head, but we know they're not sheep's head. They're freshwater drum. But they have a nickname down here as Gaspergoo, right? It's all the same fish. And I smoked one, I guess it was last weekend, and that's a video coming out tomorrow. Yeah, smoked it. Yeah, Hall and Ash, freshwater drum. Put it on the smoker and smoked it. Oh, you even know goo. Okay, now you are a well-rounded fisherman if you know that they were called Gaspergoo. All right. Farm animals, dang. All right. And you're probably, okay, I don't want to stereotype because you are one of my family up north throws them back. Ew. Have you ever eaten one, Ash? Do you keep them ever? All right. My challenge to Hall and Ash Outdoors, and this could be a video for you maybe. You're out there fishing for them walleye or perch or whatever, and you pick up a Gaspergoo, you keep it, and you prepare it however you want to prepare it. They're good fried. They're good in some foil with some spices. That's what I just smoked. I smoked one last weekend. And I'll tell you this. Last time I was up in Michigan, I caught one, and I kept it. I had some walleye and some perch. And I smoked it. And then all the folks that told me, ooh, we don't eat those. We throw them back, right? They didn't know what I had smoked. So they came over and they ate the heck out of it. They loved it. And then I told them, oh, that's sheep's head. That's a freshwater drum that you throw back. And they were dying over it. So it really is not a bad fish. It tastes better than white bass to me for sure, cooked anyway. But smoked, it's really good. So my challenge to you, sir, back over in school and take those jewels. Yeah, they got jewels in their head, like all drum. But my challenge to you, sir, is to eat one. Fix it however you want. But I've fried them. I've smoked them. I think that's the only way I've had them. And they are not a bad eating fish. They're not a walleye or a crappie, but like I said, they're better than a white bass for me. So try it. But that's a video coming out tomorrow. I smoked one. He was small, though. It turned out little strips. It was good, but I just wish there was more to it. I wish there was more fish to it. Man, you shouldn't have to hit 1,000 to do it. But, yeah, that's a good one. Say at 1,000, because your folks up there are all in the same mindset. Ooh, you don't eat those. So at 1,000, you will catch, clean, and cook a sheep's head, freshwater drum, Gaspergoo, and introduce those terms to your fellow fishermen up there up north. That'd be awesome. I like that. Stanley said, "You can do better than that." Yeah, I thought my idea of eating an eyeball from a walleye at 1,000 would be a good one, but apparently Ash never responded. Steve never responded, so I'm thinking he didn't like that idea. He said he wouldn't eat a worm, so maybe an eyeball. They are considered trash fish up there, for sure. But they're really not. They're good. The other fish up there that's considered trash fish is carp. And that stigma stuck to me when I lived up there. I still, even people videos of catching carp, I'm like, but it's carp. You know, I got to get over that, and I haven't. And I guess some people eat them. Everybody says they're bony. I know down in South Michigan, people eat them down there in Southern Michigan, but yeah. Oh, Stanley, you're right there. I would eat a Gaspergoo way before I'd eat a jack. For sure. See, how can you say smoked carp and you don't eat a freshwater drum? I guarantee you freshwater drum tastes better than that carp smoked. Guarantee. Okay, I don't know. And I have smoked carp because it sounds nasty. Just like you don't like drum. But it's got to taste at least as good. I think the big drawback to carp from everybody I talked to that talked to people who knew people who ate it was very bony. So, oh, you never had carp either. So how are you saying smoked carp? There's your challenge. Get a carp, get a freshwater drum, smoke them both, or cook them however you want to cook them, and test them both. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I've never eaten carp. I just can't get into it. And carp fishing here it's starting to get big. You see a lot of people doing it, but in Europe, carp fishing is huge. And then, I've caught them and I've snagged them, and they're fun to fight, I guess. But I don't know. I'll do a catch, clean, cook on the go. All right, I'm down to watch that. That'd be a good video. I'll enjoy that. You will shock your fellow Michiganders. People down here will be like, and we do it all the time. Just like catfish. Catfish up there is a trash fish. Down here, people love catfish. I've caught and ate tons of catfish, and it's a good fish. It really depends on the water you get it out of. And it was funny because probably 3 years ago when we were up there, the year I brought my boat up, me and Audrey were out trolling the first day, and I got a big cat, or she actually got a big channel cat. They don't have blue cats up there. Some of them say they do, but if you look in their record books and all that, they don't. They have channel cats and flatheads. But she got a big channel cat, and we turned it loose because we knew nobody up there would want to eat it. We had some walleye already. And then we got in, and Bill, one of the guys who used to run the marina there, now he owns a boat storage area, said, I was hoping you guys would catch some catfish and do one of them like down south catfish fish fries so we could try it. And I was like, we just do one back. Okay, next time we go out and we catch a catfish, we'll do it. I have not caught a catfish up there since. These guys trolling for walleye will cuss, kick, and scream because they're catching catfish. And I was trying to catch a catfish and couldn't catch one up there. Ridiculous. All right, where we at? My fishing buddies won't fish with me after that. Hey, more room in the boat for you. Yeah, they will. They'll just poke fun at you. But what you do is have them over without them knowing. Have some walleye and stuff and just have that there and let them eat it. And I guarantee they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's really good. What is that? Guarantee it. A good way to clear the boat. Grant says, all you catfish. Yeah. You're down in the Midwest, South, Southwest. We all eat hell out of some catfish. But people up north, it's catfish. But it's delicious. On Ash. Well, like I said, you're a little more rounded than most folks up there because you already knew it was Gaspergoo and all that. You go down to Florida and go saltwater fishing, and so you're a little more rounded than folks that just are focused just fishing in Michigan, and they have all these things that they've been told their whole lives about what fish are good and what fish are not, and they just stick to it. Saying me too, except hardhead, but never those. I'll eat if I have to. Stanley, this year I am doing a hard head catch and cook, and I'm going to prove they're delicious. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to prove that, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to find some way to catch some. Well, they're easy to catch, but some way to cook it. We'll see. Matter of fact, I don't know, sometime in March or something, I might get down there since I'm not going on my trip to Florida no more. It breaks my heart. But bam, it don't get no gooder than this. Oh, there he is. See, he posted that first post about farting, trying to act like he'd been in the whole time. He ain't been in. He just came back in. I was saying congratulations to him for being here early and all that. There's that Moser boy. What's up, Mo? Glad you made it. Hold on, I said, Steve, I said rounded. You're well-rounded as an angler. Your knowledge is well-rounded. You're not pigeonholed into I'm in Michigan and this is all I fish and this is all I know and I believe everything I'm told and I don't try anything else. You know that's what I meant. Yeah, Stan, I know they're not because you told me and some other people have told me, but since they have that stigma, it's going to help me with that video. Okay. Thank you, Judge. Talking about the judge. You're talking about the judge. That's the judge right there, boys. That's what he keeps talking about when he's saying Judd. Supper time, got to run. Oh, man, hauling ass. All right, don't forget, you got to catch one, cook it, clean it, cook it, and eat it later. Moser Boy. Are you drinking already, Moser Boy? I thought I was the only one drinking now. It is an hour later there. Hey, pet peeves, guys. Pet peeves. I've been holding back on this one, but I have a YouTube video pet peeve. I've been guilty of it in the past. But what drives me nuts, we're all trying to get better. We like to add that little music to our videos. But, man, match the volume of your music to when you don't have music on. In other words, I'm sitting here talking to you, this and that, and I catch them like, and I tie the hook like this and the fish, and then I go to some B-roll with some music, and all of a sudden, bah, it's blaring. Nobody likes that, folks. And it's easy. In your editing software, you just drop that volume down a little bit, because I'm sitting here watching a video, wife's out there watching TV, I'm listening to you talking, and I'm like, man, this is a good video. All of a sudden, you go to some B-roll, blah, double the volume of what you were just doing. Wife's like, what the hell? Why is that so loud? And I'm turning shit down, right? You really should adjust your audio so it's even across. And then if you have music while you're talking in the background, you really need to adjust it down so that people can hear what you're actually saying. That's another. So that's my this week's pet peeves is your video from start to finish should all be at one audio level. I mean, there's points where you scream or something that it pops up. Yeah, that's natural. But if you're talking and then you go to B-roll with some music, it shouldn't all of a sudden go from talking to boom, B-roll, and have people turn their shit down real quick and being like, what the? So that's my pet peeve. How y'all feel about that? What's up, Rachel Orchard? Oh, yeah. Hey, Stanley Orchard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where is Rachel? Why do I get Stanley instead of Rachel in here? What's up with that? My live streams aren't good enough yet for Rachel. She sends in her backup. She's like, Stanley, you go do that. Gotcha, Stanley. Stanley said, oh, man, poor audios run me off faster than anything. Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Mo. Good to see you, Stanley. Oh, wait, everybody's saying hi. Yeah, that's my pet peeve, man. I'll be watching somebody's video, and I like, that is an upgrade to add some music, especially if you're doing some B-roll. But, man, you need to keep the audio levels, right, matched up so that it doesn't go from this to all of a sudden that. You know what I mean? I'll turn it down. Okay, now the music's at a good level. And then you start talking again. I'm like, oh, wait, they're talking? Let me turn it back up. It's frustrating. So there you go. Pet peeve, music volume. Where the heck is DJ? Where's our DJ at? DJ Infantry. I found out after last week's live that this is the 4th live we've done on this channel, and he hadn't figured that out yet. So finally, I sent him a link. I'm in. I think he subscribed. He's still not here yet, because he was one of the people I was going to try to fish with when I was in Florida, and he never even knew it because he ain't showed up for the live streams. Even though I post a link in every Twitter and every Facebook post I make, like, here's where you go. Anyways, he should show up, because I didn't want to talk about the canceled trip until he's here. Excuse me, because you guys know that my trip to Florida the first week of March, which I was very excited about, work was sending me there, so it wasn't costing me much of nothing. And I was going to go down to Stuart, Florida, and fish with Sea Pro, and I was very fired up about that. And nope, work canceled the trip. So be right back. I'll see if I can get in touch with Infantry. That's hey, Moser boy, you don't have to, man. He gets the notifications just like everybody else. It's all right. He doesn't have to be here. If he wants to be here, he'll be here. He might be busy. He got a lot of work to do. He's working hard. He's going to try and get his boat motor. If you guys have been watching it, man, he's had a run of bad luck. He had his uh, Canon camera fall off the boat, which he said $800, but he can get them cheaper now because mine was like Mine was like $600. So he had that happen, and then he blew out his lower unit on the boat at a tournament about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, he's having back-to-back bad luck. I sent him a little bit. He did a what is that GoFundMe for the camera when that first happened, but for some reason when I went into it is asking for a tip beyond the donation. I'm like, I don't when I'm donating, I don't tip too. So I told him that, and then I told him I'd send him some money through PayPal, and I sent him something through PayPal to help with the camera. And then after that, he had his lower unit go out. So he's having a run of bad luck. Hopefully, he gets that stuff hooked up. So we'll see. Yeah, and it's just bad timing. You have 1 month, oh, something bad happened. Dang, hey guys, you want to help me out on this? And then the next month, oh, something worse happened because that lower unit, I don't know, it's an older motor. Maybe you can find something used, but lower unit's not cheap. You probably get that camera cheaper than you'll get a lower unit. Maybe not though. If he can find that's an older Evinrude, I think he might be able to find something used down there in Florida. Thank you, Moser. That's cool. All right, so we can end the live stream now that Moser Boy left. No, I'm kidding. What's going on? So, golly, guys, I've been talking about this since October. Oh, I'm going to do a dual battery system on my boat. Man, it has turned into, because you research and you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And then you research some more, you're like, oh, I should do this and make this like this. And, oh, I want it bulletproof, so I'm going to do this and that. And this is what it becomes. So this is going to be the power board, right? And then it's cut funny, right? You see all these angles, but that's so it fits in the spot I got to fit it, which isn't going to be easy. It's going to be a video that I thought I would be done with by December, and now we're in February, and I'm still holding this in my hand. But it's a lot closer to being done. I'm going to get there. I don't know how the video is going to turn out because, like I said, I started this back in November, so there's clips from November talking about this project, and it has matured to what it is now. I might just throw all that in the trash and start over. I don't know. But that's what I've been dealing with on the boat. That, and so my trolling motor on the boat is a Motor Guide XI5, which is one of the ones that you have a remote control, has GPS capability, so you can set it on a path. You can anchor lock where you stay in one spot, which has changed fishing for me. But the GPS system has stopped working on my last fishing trip, so I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to have to dig into that. But I need to get that fixed and this done. I'm probably going fishing next Saturday because the wife's not here. Weather looks bad, but I need to go fishing, and so probably me and Joel probably go out somewhere local on his boat and just try to get it done. Yeah, Stanley, and that's not that wasn't a piece of the boat. That's all brand new stuff that I'm adding to the boat. What I had was a single battery for the motor and the center console for everything, right? And then a separate dual battery system for trolling motors. These are 24 volt. What I wanted to add was a second battery, kind of a backup. And then I said, well, you know what? Instead of making it a backup, make it a house battery so it runs everything but the motor. So I want that one motor battery. I never drain it. So if I'm out there fishing at night and I got lights on, I got stereo, I got the graph on, my camera now that runs off the boat, I don't want that to drain my main battery, right, when I'm out on the water. So that was when I learned about this system that I'm dealing with now. And this thing separates the two batteries. They won't, but when the motor's running, it'll charge both batteries. Whichever battery needs to charge the most. Like if one's really bad, it'll throw all the charge on that one. So it's a really good system, but it's just as I delved into, I thought, oh, it's just I got to do this, and then I learned a little more. You told me about the website, The Whole Truth, the forum. Man, those guys are awesome. I posted some questions on. I've been on Texas Fishing Forum probably, I'm guessing, 14 or 15 years, right? And it was the first time I was ever disappointed on that forum when I posted some stuff about doing this stuff, and people were like, "Yeah, look, research it," or some stupid answers like that, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then I was like, I'd been on The Whole Truth way back when, but I never really gone back to it. So I went back there, redid my login and all that, and posted about this on there. And man, it rolled. There was one idiot that was looking at the wrong system and kept coming in and fighting with everybody else. But I quickly could figure out how to weed him out. Listening to these other guys, one even posted a picture of a system kind of like that one I just showed you. And I was like, that's what I want, and that's what I need. And then they said, oh, you know what? Every spot you got a connection that's raw, it's going to rust. It's going to corrode. You need to, what is this? Liquid electric tape, right? Every connection gets this stuff now. And this is really cool because typically the old school way, it was black. And so you see these big globs of black stuff all over all their wiring and connections. But if you looked at mine, you didn't see no black stuff because this is clear, right? So it's just things like that. I didn't know or even think about that. But when I took my own old one apart, because it just had an on-off switch, took it apart and looked at the back of it, those things were so corroded. I was like, God, I'm lucky that boat still runs, right? So, yeah, I had a lot of learning to do to learn to do it the right way so that my boat's not going to be messing up. Even if it's, it takes 5 years for wires to corrode. I don't want in 5 years for my stuff to corrode. So, Grant, good question. I didn't see the question. Stan, never good seeing you. I've seen that. Had no issues with TFF, but Saltwater Central and Whole Truth are dicks. Saltwater or TFF, I had no issues. Oh, I'll tell you a story though. I did have one little, not an issue for me maybe. The Whole Truth has been, I have posted 0 videos there. So my experience differs from yours. All I went in there was I started a thread about what I wanted to do electrically, and them guys chimed in. So I haven't posted any videos for them to beat me up, and I might not just because they might beat me up. Saltwater Central, I don't know why. I think I tried to sign up for that and couldn't. I don't know what happened. Texas Fishing Forum, Stanley, just be careful where you post your videos in there because you got that photos and videos subforum up there, and it says right there, please continue to post your videos and photos in the other forums. So I would post one up there, and then if it's like crappie or specific catfish related, I post it down there too later. Get the looks up there, and then get it looks. And then the last time I did that, Minnow Bucket said, "Isn't this a video that's already been posted?" I came back, yeah, up in the video section. I was posting here for the folks in catfishing or whatever it was. And then I had an admin the next day come to me and send me a message saying, hey, we removed your video from there because it's a repeat video and we don't allow that. And I said, okay, no problem. Sorry about that. I read where it said to continue posting videos and photos in other sections. So I thought that's what it meant to do. And then he came back with, well, I don't know anything about that, but I'll check into it. But meanwhile, yeah, they deleted my video. So if you post it up there in the little video thing, don't try to post it in the other forums or somebody's going to get mad. I'm glad you say that about Reddit because I can't even get into that. I mean, not literally, but figuratively. I cannot get into that. There's something about it I just don't care for. I'm going to stick with YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, maybe a little more in TikTok because I enjoy watching TikTok. You can be engrossed with it because of all the different little videos. Yeah, there's a bunch of dumb stuff on there, but there's some really good stuff on there. Yeah, I just started doing posts on different threads. Didn't do repeat. Curious if other threads work better. Well, my personal opinion, Stanley, is I don't know, but the video and photo forum, you're going to have people that are interested in looking at photos or video, right? But if I did, let's say a strictly crappie fishing forum video, that forum's very strong on Texas Fishing Forum. So I instead posting up there in that little video thing, I'm going to post it down there in the crappie one, and because you'll get more looks, I think. Now the unboxing is a very general one, especially because mine is an inshore unboxing. So instead of posting it down in the saltwater ones, I post that up in the video one just to catch those guys that want to look at videos. By the way, like I predicted, the second unboxing from Mystery Tackle Box is not doing well. It's number 8 of 10. It stayed that way the whole time. But I'm doing another one. Screw it. I'm going to do it. I got one more to do, so I'm going to do it. This is pretty badass. I like that with TikTok too. Don't have the juice for it. Yeah, I haven't done but maybe 2 or 3 things on TikTok, but I found myself just sitting there watching it, binge watching it, because of all the crazy stuff people do on it. All right. I don't even know how many people are in here. To me, it says 3 thumbs and 3 watching. I don't know. So this is the next one I'm going to do an unboxing of. This is the February one. And again, it's the inshore. But when I opened this one up, I was like, holy, that's cool. Look at this crap. You guys get a sneak peek. Look at this bad boy. Boom. Are you kidding me? That thing is huge. This is the inshore box. Okay. That's probably going to catch some big fish. Now, check this bad boy. I know Cotton Cordell. Some people talk about them, but I like a lot of their spoons. Look at this bad boy. It's a popper, right? Top water. That's pretty freaking cool, ain't it? So there's pretty big lures in here. And then the rest, other than one little harness, is a bunch of soft plastics. And they're pretty cool. I don't know if, see, my wife signed me up for 3 boxes. This is box number 3. I don't know if they realize that and send you some extra good stuff in your potentially last box, or if everybody who's February Inshore Pro box, right, this is the Pro, got the same thing. I am going to do the video differently because the last one, I saw someone else do it and I like it, where the camera's over your shoulder. You're not on camera. You got the box open and you're just taking stuff out and talking about it. So the camera is on the stuff and never just on you. And I think my videos will probably benefit from that too. To having this ugly mug on there. All right, what's going on? I'll catch up with you guys over here. Reddit. Yeah, I just started doing posts on different threads. Okay, I got that. TikTok. Saying that's true about the vids thread. Probably better retention because they're looking for vids. Yeah. If it's a general vid, but I think if it's a like catfish specific or crappie specific, probably do good in those sub forums since I got them. Because if I'm a crappie guy and I don't care about catfish, and in the vid thing you post a video about catfish, I'm like, eh. But if I put that video where the catfish guys are in the catfish forum, maybe they'll hit it. And I did notice I use I haven't posted anything in a minute, but I found some of the Facebook pages for catfish type pages and crappie pages and crappie.com. And I noticed that last catfish video I posted in some of the catfish Facebook pages, and I got a little bump on views and a little bump on subscriptions. So that's nice. Where we at? How many people are actually in here? Is it just 3? I don't know. That's one thing when you do it like this. For me, it doesn't ever update the thumbs ups and watching now. But I only got 21 subscribers in here, so it's not like I should expect a bunch of people. Makes sense about forum threads. Appreciate your insight. Going to improve that immediately. Hey, that's how I feel about it, Stanley. It might not be right. Hey, supper's over. Hall and Ash is back. Yeah, Stanley, I see 3. So now that Hall and Ash is back, we can go ahead and shut down, guys. You ready? Go home. It's over with. No, I'm kidding. Grant says should have 20 in here. Yeah, I got 21 subscribers. Where are they at? But at least Hall and Ash is back in the house. That's all that matters. All right, so what was I going to talk about next? I was going to talk about something. You guys got me excited about something. Want to see some bull crap? So a lot of those wires on there, I bought commercial made wires, different lengths, but then I had to cut them and redo them and make them better for my lengths. And I found, look at how crappy this is. Okay, you guys can see it. Look at that gap. Okay, this is on here. And then look at from this end. I don't know if you can see where my finger is. You can see the copper wire up under there. Completely exposed, right? They might as well not even put the shrink wrap on it. All that's going to do is let moisture get in there, rot everything, and you won't be able to see the rot, right? That's a perfect example of poor workmanship, okay? The other ones I've got so far have all been a lot better than that. And what I do also is I use that liquid glue to cover all those spots where that could happen. But yeah, I'm not going to use this one unless I cut these off, right, and put my own ends on it. Because I was shocked how bad that was. I was like, that's the only one out of, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 different ones I had to buy. And again, all of them I had to modify. But this is the only one I had such horrible. And it's not just at one end. Both ends are like that. So when you're ordering stuff like that, guys, pay attention to that workmanship. Hey, Hall and Ash. So here's what I'm thinking about my fishing addiction. All I'm going to do is like, I'm John, and I'm addicted to fishing. No, I'm addicted to fishing gear. And then I'm going to do a little thing over the top of this is my workstation for rod building, which is covered with crap, fishing crap. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit the closet over here because I got fishing gear hidden in there that my wife don't know about. And then I'm going to go out to the garage and show all the different locations where I got all this fishing gear. Maybe a little, I can't do, a wife reaction because she's out of town. She's with my sister. So that was my idea. I don't know. How's that sound? Y'all tell me. Perfect. Good. And that's what I'll do then. Probably not going to get it done tonight. I don't know if you got a deadline on this thing. Do you have a deadline? Do you need these by a certain time, Steve? Tell me if you do. Hey, and with the wife out of town for the next week and a half, you might see some extra pop-up live streams on here just for the heck of it. You know what I mean? Just, hey, guess what, guys? I'm going live in an hour and go just for the heck of it. Oh, weekish? That's easy, man. Hell yeah, brother. I might be able to come up with a little bit better idea then. But yeah, here's my thing. It's kind of cheating. And the reason I said fishing gear is because I don't know if you knew, but I had an online fishing shop and I sold it directly out of the house. So I had like walls of stuff and fishing gear everywhere. Well, when I decided to close that down, I donated about just over $4,000 of that to a place here in San Antonio that they're a nonprofit that gives kids clinics and all this kind of stuff, fishing stuff. So I donated $4,000 of it to them, but I kept myself quite a bit more than I probably needed to keep. So I got these big containers with all this hooks and fishing gear in it. So that's what I'm going to use for those video clips. I'll be like, I'm just going to dig through all these piles of hooks and shit so people can see that I'm ridiculous. You said would be creative. So that's the other thing. It's hard to send videos through email or text because size limit. So I would do it as snippets and then let you decide how you want to put that together for, John's part and use what you want and throw out what you don't want, if that works. I think that'll work better. And I'm just going to do it with the phone instead of all the fancy cameras because then I can't even text it. Yeah, Stan's asking how to get to you. Text them it's hard to text videos. They gotta be real quick. But if it's easiest, then yeah. Oh, Holland Ash, he's calling you Paul. Stanley, he's calling you Paul. He too knows who the star of Stanley Orchard Outdoors is. I love it. That's his middle name, Steve. I knew that. Matter of fact, when we did our video collab when I was down there when we were on the beach, she called you Paul then too. I don't know if it got on camera, any of it. She was calling you Paul because for a moment I was like, Paul, he's Stanley. And that's when you explained that Paul is your middle name. You go by Stanley. That was funny. Yeah, so pop-up lives just to BS. There'll be some of those probably. I probably won't advertise them out there at all. I don't know. Hey, Ash, did you see my spork? This is the baddest spork on the planet. Because it does this. And it has that. That's a bad spork. I had somebody bring that over as a joke because I told him we were having finger foods. He said he was bringing beans, so I said he better bring his own utensil. So he brought one of these. I was like, oh, okay, you got spork. And then he did that, and I was like, oh, I need that. And so he bought me one. That was cool. That's a spork for you, boys. Yeah, don't think got to be under 30 seconds of text. You can call me Rachel from down. That is funny. John the Ninja. Oh, yeah, I'm a ninja, all right. Oh, you guys haven't seen this. My wife's birthday, right? We have a bunch of, we're friends with some old Army buddies from years back. We have a birthday dinner for her. It's her first 50th. So she doesn't like celebrate her birthday, but 50 is a big one. So one of them got her a birthday present, and it was nice light. It's pretty bright. Let's see if I can. Ooh, yeah, you guys can see it's bright. But then there's this thing on the back, and you switch it on. Watch this shit. If I do this right. Yeah, it's a freaking stun gun. My dog's gone now. That scares the crap out of him. I don't know why. But yeah, the first time I did it, it scared me. That thing is powerful. So you got a bright light. Somebody this is to go in her car, right? Somebody comes harassing her, bright light in their face. And if that don't work, zap the out of them. Pretty cool. I was going to do a video testing on somebody, but I got no volunteers, and there's no way in heck I'm volunteering to get tested on with that thing. Because just by the sound of it, I know that's going to hurt a little bit. Let's see. Hold on. I'm not sure, Stanley. I can patch them. Yeah, but it's just that it can't go. It's hard to get it to you through text. But we'll see. We'll give it a shot, brother. If we have to, we can probably do it in Messenger. You're in Messenger. We're all in Messenger. That might be an easier way to get them where you can just take them. We'll see. I had a hard time. I remember, who was it? Cole wanted some video clips, and I tried to send him email, Messenger. None of them would go through, so I don't know. Yeah, it's a taser. Yeah, exactly what it's for, Stanley. If she's ever out there, something happens, and somebody starts effing with her, hit them with the bright light, and if that don't detract them from effing with you, then and they get too close, light them up. Yeah, no volunteers. I have seen somebody do it on YouTube already. Did it on it through jeans, so I wouldn't do that on bare skin. I know that's going to leave a mark. Volunteer Moser Boy. He's not in here no more, but yeah, that's a perfect volunteer. I think he would actually do it, to be honest with you. Grant seconds Moser Boy. Perfect. Moser Boy's in. Got to find a time to zap him. I'll mail it. Here's what we'll do. I'll mail it up to Steve, and Moser Boy's coming up to visit you in July. You zap them with it, do the video of that, and then I'll be up there in August and I'll get back from you then. That would be hilarious. His reaction would be hilarious. There you go. It's unanimous. Everybody votes Moser Boy, and he's not here to fight back. So it's a done deal. There you go. Yeah, that's easy. I don't know if you can mill. I guess I can mill it. I'll take the batteries out or something. There was a couple guys at the birthday party like, is that legal to have in your car? Is that legal? I'm like, dudes, we're in Texas. I did research it to make sure. But we're in Texas. We have guns in our car. You could definitely have this taser in your car, and sure enough, you can. I know there's people at work she'd like to take it in and use on. Maybe you guys don't know Johanna, but she was in my snorkeling video, the one with the boobs. Maybe she might volunteer. She might volunteer. We get to drinking one night. She might volunteer to get zapped with it. We'll see. I'll tell them I need a video with somebody getting zapped. That could be the one. That could be the one that launches us into orbit. You know, somebody taking a shot from the taser. Yeah, my dog is hiding in our bathroom right now because that sound. He's never been tased. That sound scares the heck out of him. Oh, Hall and Ash, you brought up a hot topic for me. My son-in-law, ex-son-in-law. Actually, I'd like to just put a bullet in his head, but I shouldn't say that on here, right? This would be awesome on him. That would be awesome. Oh well, you guys don't need to know that story. That's an offline story. Oh man. I might have to delete this whole live stream when I'm done just because of what I just said, but that's all right. You got a little too serious right there. You touched a nerve with me, Paul and Ash. You can relate, yeah. It's bad, son. It's bad. Aren't too many people in this world that I could imagine actually taking their life. You know what I mean? What else we got going on, gentlemen? We got like 15, 14 more minutes. What do we want to talk about? Oh, Stanley Orchard had video. Well, I take it back. Rachel Orchard had a video come out today where she took over the channel, did a fabulous job shooting her own video, and pretty much, you guys go watch it if you haven't seen it already, but pretty much, in my opinion, showed who was the real videographer, YouTube celebrity in the Orchard clan. Okay, now I'm just saying, you guys go watch it and form your own opinions. But that's out there. That came out today. My fish smoking video will be out. I added a lot to that channel. Fish smoking video will be out tomorrow around 11-ish. I'm going to be out at Camp Bolas training soldiers in the weather, which is supposed to be rainy and cold. When I get a chance, I'll hit that go public with it button. And you guys will get to see that one. What else is going on? I said I might hit some lives. But Stanley, she was all excited about it. It was cute. She did good. Yeah, she did good. But never again she can get her own channel. Oh, Stanley, remember them channels that have a female in them seem to do a little better. You kick her off your channel and she gets her own channel. It's going to be like, Stanley. Uh-oh, here comes Rachel. There goes Rachel. That's funny. Nah, keep the family together. Every once in a while, just let her have her moments. That was perfect. Another year or two, maybe 3, that young lady of yours is going to be ready to do her own episode within your channel. Guarantee it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh man, what else is going on? So, Steve, other than I've got a fishing problem video. I wish my wife would get more involved. Hey, you know what? I was going to say the same thing. Me too. My wife has been on the boat with me. We've done a little bit of stuff, but she doesn't care to be on camera. Hell, she doesn't even watch my videos. Um, she was on the boat in Jamaica, so she's there. She participates, but she has zero interest in it. Saying, how shitty would that be? She knows nothing about algorithms, but would kick my exactly. That would be hilarious. I see Stanley, he's in a dark room just going over algorithms and all this research, and she just gets out there with the camera and does some shit and kicks his ass. That would be hilarious. Yeah, my wife don't care to be, I'm lucky if I get her in a video. Matter of fact, me and her are going to go to the coast for a husband-wife trip. We're going to go look at the Lexington, the state aquarium, do some of that stuff down there. But I told her we'll fish like half a day somewhere down there, not taking the boat, and just fish a little bit. And hopefully she catches some shit, and then she'll get a little more into it. She's funny because, again, she's like my daughter. They rather be catching than fishing. But if someone else is involved, like her friends or somebody, she's all in, like the Jamaica trip and that kind of stuff. But if it was just me and her, she's not as much in. So, what does that say about me? I never thought about it that way. That's kind of sad. It is what it is, boys. Oh, I said that would be funny. All right, so, gentlemen, what do we got for time? We got about 10 more minutes. I haven't heard. Steve, what else you got coming out? You got another video coming out? John, what does your daughter do at Pearl Harbor? Okay, my daughter is in the Navy. She's one of the first 32 females to get on the subs, qualify for subs. They were there waiting for their boat. You can call submarines boats, by the way, not ships, to get fixed, and they were swapping crews. Well, they went out and it was still broke. I shouldn't even say all this stuff, but my goodness, it's shocking how bad this is. But she's about to go back to Washington, where she's stationed out of. They fly back there, and then she'll be waiting her next rotation. So they go on rotations. So there's 2 crews for the boat. One crew's out there doing it, whatever it is. The other crew's back, and then they swap about every 3 months. So she'll get to come. We're hoping she gets to come home and spend some time, because the grandbabies are here in Texas with Idiot, and we'll be able to get them. They come see us every couple weekends. We'll get them while she's here and have a good time. So, but yeah, she's got 14 years in. 6 more years, she'll be retiring from the Navy. Stanley, I fished that pier once. I was just watching somebody else's video about that pier. A young guy, he's got like 3 videos out. He hit me up, and I gave him some advice. But I fished that pier once, and it was the day before, one of our friends from up here was sending us pictures of all these fish they were killing on that pier. So the next day we go there, and it's a torrential downpour, raining sideways. One other group of people there that after we got there, about 10 minutes, they left. We stayed about an hour and just got soaked, didn't catch a single fish, didn't get a bite, packed up and left out of there. It was rough. But yeah, there's that. And right beside the Lexington, there's that little, excuse me, there's that little walkway out across from it, the rocks, and Thresher Fishing and Redfish Hunter, or whatever his name is, Redfish somebody. They're out there catching trout. So me and Joel fished that area. Didn't bring in but some little pinfish. But they're out. They usually catch some reds and some flounder and some trout off of that. So yeah, those are all little places where I can take her and we can just try a little bit. And that restaurant right there where that walkway is, that little stone walkway is, that restaurant's pretty good seafood. So that's a big thing. Get her down there, eat some food, enjoy. she's not big into the coast, and I'm trying to get her to bite off that the coast would be important in our future endeavors. I had another Hawaii video planned, but haven't finished it. All right, well, waiting for it to come out, brother. See, I haven't heard. I've heard it was good on that jetty by the Lexington. Yeah, that's the jetty I'm talking about. I've seen Thresher fishing fish at Redfish Ross or whatever Ross, something like that is. He's an older gentleman, probably a few years older than me, and he's usually out there on his little skiff all by himself, or not a skiff, but it's a little flat boat. But he's fished there, and I've seen him catch flounder and trout, and I've also seen Thresher fish and catch them there. So, it's worth a try. Yeah, I don't even know what the name of it is. I don't even know if it has a name, really, other than the spot by Lexington. And my wife, the Lexington is not a big deal for her. It's for me. My wife's been out. My daughter was on, before she got on sub, she was on a, what are they called? What were they called? Amphibious assault ship. So this is like an aircraft carrier, but a little bit smaller. Not miniature, but smaller than an aircraft carrier. It's got a deck. It's got the Harrier jets or helicopters. And the old ones had an open bay that would open up, and the Marines are on the same ship, go in their little landing boats and go ashore to attack, right? The new ones don't even have that. Hers did. They're all by air, those Harrier jets and stuff. But it's a big ship. Well, they do what's called, what is that called? I forgot the name. But if your kid's in the Navy, they do this thing where they can invite their parent. One of their parents has to be same sex. That's why the wife could go and I couldn't, because they're going to sleep in the same berth. And she actually flew to California when they were in San Diego, went out on the ship with them for like 4 days, and went to San Francisco and got to do all the stuff you do on a ship. So pretty amazing stuff. It's real neat. But I didn't get to do all that. So now I'm going to go down there and check out Lexington. My brother was also on amphibious assault back in the day. He was on the USS Tarawa. So same type of setup, but his actually had the amphibious ships that go out and attack with the Marines in them. Cool stuff. Stanley, I've heard. Yep. I like that place. Forgot the name. Oh, you're probably talking about the restaurant. Yeah, I forgot the name too. It's good though. To be fair, Thresher would be pulling flounder out of the drainage dishes on North. I know that dude. Like, yeah, I do this. We go, man. That's what kills me is we're traveling like 3 hours to come down there and fish. First of all, the weather 99% of the time does not cooperate, and then we go somewhere like the jetties where he's fished, and we can't catch hardly anything. You know what I mean? The berths are small, aren't they? Yes, that's what she said. They were horrible, and they had like 2 or 4 showers for the females on this ship, and there were, I don't know, like 30 or 40 of them, because the moms and the daughters, or the sisters, whatever, whoever came with them, they were all females, right? And they had to sleep in those berths. And so they were getting up at like midnight to go take showers because that's the only time you could. And then the other problem Audrey said was these women were all getting seasick. So everybody's puking all over the place and stinking the boat up, which Audrey doesn't get seasick, thankfully. So yeah, it was pretty bad. But she had a great time too. They had, oh man. So, everybody on a ship is a firefighter. Don't matter what your job is, you have to be a firefighter because shit goes wrong. So they got Audrey all geared up in the whole firefighter suit, the mask, the tank. It was hilarious. I got some great pictures from that stuff. We toured the Mississippi, and I was surprised how small sleeping quarters are. Yeah, they're puny. They really are. I don't know if I'll do some video. I don't know if you can shoot video in the Lexington. That might be a cool video piece to add, as maybe some of the B-roll or something to a little bit of fishing, because we're not, I'll be lucky if I get her to fish for 3 or 4 hours. Stanley, I was going to take her out to Packery, but just fishing right there by the Lexington might be a better idea. All depends on weather. With her, she's not going to get out there and fish in the rain or anything, that kind of shit. That kind of stuff. But yeah, that's in March. The end of March, me and her are going down there for a husband-wife hangout. Because I kept bugging her. I'm like, are you going with me or not? Because if you're not going, I'm contacting Joel and we go and set up a real fishing trip. Because I really want to do a real fishing trip. But more than a real fishing trip, I want to get her down there. So I'm glad she decided to go. Hitting your head. Yeah, I'm sure you meant hitting your head. Yeah. That's what she said. Yeah. She's fortunate. She's shorter than Kayla or me. So that wasn't the issue for her. But all the climbing, all the ladders and shit that you have to climb, she said that bugged her. I'm sure I'll hit my head. Oh, you can video in there. Okay, I might just get a little video, as some B-roll, not do a whole thing about the Lexington, because for me it seems like on my channel, anything I do outside of fishing, boat repair type stuff does not do good. My snorkeling videos suck. My cooking videos, depends on what kind of cooking video it is. Yeah, any of those other, like going out and touring or something, yeah, those usually suck. Don't know why, but the analytics don't lie. All right, gentlemen, it's been nice. It says 5 people are watching, so there's a couple people that are being silent. That's all right. I don't mind. We'll come back. Like I said, next Monday, of course, we'll do this. I'm trying to think what I'll be doing. Nothing special. Audrey won't be back yet, so I'm sure we'll do a regular show on Monday. Grant's still listening. But in between now and then, maybe a pop-up live stream. I won't probably advertise it well beforehand, so it'll be whoever around wants to pop in and talk. Maybe I'll mess around with this StreamYard and figure out how to bring somebody else up in here so we could BS. I don't even know how to do that, but I think we'll figure that out. But until then, gentlemen, we all got work to do. I got to be up at 3:30 in the morning next 2 days, so it's going to suck. So I need to get off here, figure out what I'm doing for dinner, and get my shit together for work tomorrow. I hope you all have a great week this week. Again, if I don't see you before next Friday or Monday, I'll see you next Monday, hopefully. Ash says I'd come in if you figure it out. Okay, Ash. Sounds good, Steve. Grant said, hey, a good one. Y'all have a good week. Stanley says, John, what do you say we do a practice live someday to figure it out, having a panel? That's perfect. That's what we'll do. Someday this week, we'll talk about it on our little Facebook Messenger, and we figure it out. Whoever wants to jump in, we'll just play with it. Get as many people in as we can and see how it works. And that way we will all learn how to do it. That'd be cool. Good idea, Stanley. Appreciate it, man. All right, folks. Until next Monday, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.